Hey everyone, this is Video Game Fan 1999 here, and I am back again to do another gameplay on Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for the Nintendo Switch. In my last gameplay of this, I played for the Chao Grand Prix, so now we're going to go ahead and do the next cup in this game, and we'll see how we do on that in just a moment. But before we get started, I do have a special guest running with me, and that is Video Game Fan 96.
That is correct.
So anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right on into it, and we will see how well this goes. Alright, let's go to Grand Prix right now. And what character are we going to play with for this one, Dominic?
Well, I think, Ace will play as, Shadow this time around.
Alright, Shadow's a great choice. We'll play as him. And, for his vehicle, he's got the Dark Reaper, so we're gonna go with that. And we'll choose normal speed once again. And now, our next set of rivals that we have to choose from are Omega and Jet. And just like I say plenty of times before, of course want to stick with an easier rival level to get through this as simple as possible. So we're going to choose Omega as our rival this time around. So now for our next Grand Prix that we're going to do the Egg Grand Prix. And these tracks that are included for this Grand Prix are Dampa Factory, Aqua Forest, and Eggman Expo. Anyways, let's jump right into it and see how we do.
For these tracks, I'm not really sure if they're original or not. But I do like Aqua Forest quite a bit to its music, especially the final lap.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Aqua Force in a little bit when we get there, but first it's time to start off with Dampa Factory with Race 1.
You know, the funny thing is about this, I think it's kind of similar to when Big Advantage and I played as a Prix during one of the segments here.
Yeah,
because, to those who don't know, in Sonic Heroes, Team Dark consists of Shadow, Rouge, and Omega, so it's quite interesting how Shadow is going to go against Omega here.
yeah, that is true. In one of my earlier Grand Prix that I did for this game not too long ago, if you all didn't see that, we were basically using cream and cheese, and we challenged Amy as our rival on that particular Grand Prix where we used cream and cheese right here, and it was quite interesting of how we did that because both Cream and Amy are females, and yeah, just like what Dominic was saying earlier, this is quite interesting for what we are doing in terms of our rival that we're taking on this time, because both Shadow and Omega are on Team Dark from Sonic Heroes.
And to those who don't know, Team Shadow is basically, Team Dark in that case, is basically the hard mode in the game of Team Rose is basically the easy mode. I just wanted to kind of how there's a separate menu where you can play the tutorial, but yet when you play as Team Rose, you are forced to do the tutorial anyway. So I don't know why they even bothered putting out the tutorial one on the main menu when you can just Team Rose anyway.
Yeah, I really don't get that either. It's a really weird thing that I do find in Sonic Heroes for what they have done. If you're gonna put in a tutorial, I personally would have done this thing to just put it in the main menu and not even bother putting it in one of the stories.
Whatever, Sonic Team. But nonetheless, there's my interesting as well, like the team, with Shadow and Omega here. So, yeah, as for Shadow himself, I do like to play as Shadow once in a while. Play as every single character, but there is an unlockable character that you do manage to get if you do manage to beat every single rival. So yeah, definitely beat every single rival, and you'll get a pretty cool character. If you consider how to use the character at the very beginning of the game, well, it's pretty obvious who that is. Because with that being said, being a finish, and I managed to win first place, so that's good. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. You know, it's pretty obvious that particular unlockable character is, considering that you literally see a silhouette version of that character. Like literally as soon as Dantos starts explaining about the game.
Alright, but anyways, we're off to a very good start right now, which is good to see. Alright, time now for race number 2 at Aqua Forest. But yeah, Dominic was saying earlier that he does really like this track personally. I really like it too, and the whole point of why I really do like this track is because of the very awesome music. I just think it really sounds so good for what they have done with that.
Especially the final lap music. I mean, the Sonic Music CrossWorlds has a pretty nice soundtrack, so to those who don't have the game, but you guys want to listen to the soundtrack, well, the game soundtrack is available on YouTube, so definitely be sure to give the soundtrack a listen. Not the found a Red Star ring that was all uncollected, but whatever.
Yeah, I haven't collected much of the red rings yet on this track, just one of them, but I am trying my best to collect the remaining red rings on some tracks as best as I can.
Speaking of which, I did look at my, personal save on my PS4, and on my personal save file, I believe I have to find around 5 or 6 in the base game, and for the DLC, I think I need to find 1 or 2 or something of Red Star rings. So I don't have a whole lot of Red Star rings to find in my save file.
Oh, that is pretty sweet with how well you're doing on the red rings yourself.
And the funny thing is, I was actually playing this game, I believe last night or a couple of nights or a few nights ago. But where I basically had it to where I set the CPU to the hardest difficulty setting, level 10. I believe I went to speed like number 2 or 3. Either way, it basically 1 speed before the supersonic speed. And the funny thing is, it was a very close call for me because I was playing as Sonic, and I was going against Jet, and the funny thing is what happened. Okay, that was unfair, but right there. But yeah, what happened was the funny thing of what happened was I was despite the fact that Jet was winning. Overall, at the time, I still managed to win in first place. I still managed to win in first place. I managed to win in first place, literally on the final track, which allowed me to win overall.
Well, that it was very incredible right there for how you pulled it off.
And also, like I said, the Blue Star is a free DLC. So because of that, I did manage to download the free DLC, and I actually did use Sonic with the Blue Star. So that's why I'm pretty happy
Oh, that is awesome. You must be glad I told you about that in the first place.
That is true because otherwise if being managed and actually told me about it, I think I still would have assumed they still paid for it.
We're not gonna quite get a win this time, but I'll settle for second.
I should have done
I cheated, Jet. You cheated.
Yeah, I don't know what he did that made him pull ahead right here, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We're still in the overall lead at the moment. Alright, moving on to race 3, in which this time we are going to the Eggman Expo.
Well, you do know when I streamed this game, every time video game Midnight 99, the first episode of this series, but man, so you should know this by now, but when I streamed this blind, not blindfolded obviously, but basically, I believe this was like the only track. I believe this was like the only cup where I had to retry quite a bit with down tickets because I kept not getting into bad positions and I wanted to get in first place. So this is the track where I had quite a bit of resets.
Yeah, this is basically why I was saying from earlier that basically if you're just having trouble right here in some races and want to try to win overall in a certain Grand Prix, this feature can really come in handy if you use the Dampa tickets to retry a certain round in a Grand Prix to try to get a good position.
Although considering that I believe I got all of the vehicles and parts, at least I think I do have to double check my personal save file. But because I believe I have all of the machine parts and stuff, I don't think I restarted the round with all that on. Considering that the Dampa tickets now, I use them for the friendship thing, which is, as far as I know, is basically unlocked after beating all the Grand Prix at least once, but regardless of right or wrong, doesn't matter. Friendship thing is pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but it's just, that's already established, just pretty grindy, if you play this game offline, like I do on the PS4, yeah, there's quite a bit of grindiness involved. If you do the festivals though, you get non-pot tickets faster, but it still doesn't change the fact that the non-pot tickets are pretty grindy, especially if you want to unlock everything out of friendships and everything. Because apparently, from what I looked up, is that for the non-pot tickets, you need up to 1 billion something non-pot tickets in order to 100% the game.
Wow, that is quite a lot right there for what you gotta rack up.
And the reason why I know this is because I believe I looked it up on one of the Wikipedia pages. I believe I typed in non-pot tickets key, which I know Wikipedia isn't a reliable source, I know, but anyways, I believe I typed that in. Either that or I typed in the friendship Wikipedia on Saunders CrossWorlds. Wait, I typed something in, and basically when that was when I put in the trivia sections, that's when it says something like, oh, you need 1 million something, so I don't remember the exact number, but I believe it's still like, you need up to 1 billion something, non-pot tickets to 100% the game. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, holy, wow, they're not joking around.
And so far at this point right now, I have used the Dampa tickets to unlock a fair amount of things. I mainly have spent them on the additional vehicle parts. I've also spent them on some decals and also for some rewards on the friendship thing with Sonic. But I will plan to use more of those Dampa tickets to get more stuff unlocked on there soon. Alright, that's a win in first place right there.
Ultimate victory.
Now the video game 99 brings up all the decals. I have to look it up, so I don't think I have all the decals either. But speaking of which, I think if you go over to one of the extras menu, go over there, go on to the challenges section, and it's basically how you also get dog tickets a little bit faster too. Check my personal save file later on if I can remember. But I think I have like 50% of the challenges completed. But again, I'll have to look later. But anyway, now the fact that we gotta go through these races, one by one now. Yeah, let's hope things turn out well here.
Yeah, I hope so too. And yeah, there are also challenges you can clear in this game, and once you clear a certain amount right here, a whole lot of different moments, you can basically get extra the dog tickets as well over there.
Even though I just explained that, but whatever.
I figured I wanted to bring that up a little bit more detail right here for how it does work. But yeah, in regards to
Donpa, he basically appeared in Team Sonic Racing, in which case that game does have a story mode compared to this game. But basically, the story mode on that, from what I remember, is basically where Sonic and the gang, they think that Donpa is the bad guy. We're gonna find out it was actually Eggman the whole time. Surprise, surprise. Though it's not really a surprise to begin with. But yeah, I don't remember much of the story. But based on what I remember, is that the cutscenes, you had to like press a certain button in order to watch the cutscene, and all that kind of stupid. The cutscenes on Team Sonic Racing look similar to that of Sonic Free Rider. But I know the story was fine, but I didn't really care for the story too much. But story mode did offer certain challenges into the game.
But yeah, in regards to the festivals in this game, ever since when I first got last Christmas, I participated in 3 of them so far. Those basically were the Pac-Man Festival, the Super Monkey Ball Festival, and the festival with Tangle and Whisper in there. And I do say all those were pretty fun to do.
But say if I would have bought the Switch 1 or Switch 2 version of the game, then yeah, I more likely would have participated in more of those festivals. Or at least most of them, because, there's a character they added in that I didn't really care about too much. But yeah, I would have participated in Joker Festival for sure, on the SpongeBob one, the Tango Whisper one, the Pac-Man one. I guess maybe the Super Monkey Ball one as well. It's just one of the characters. It's more than one because I don't care about Minecraft either. So Steve, Alex, and Creeper, I don't think I would have participated on that either. But everyone has their own different tastes of what they like. But to me personally, yeah, I just don't care about Minecraft. But I have not been able to people who are watching this and are Minecraft fans. Well, I like it, but to me, Minecraft is one of those games that I don't really care for.
Yeah, I don't care about Minecraft either, even though it's a very popular game for a lot of people. From what I've seen out of it, it just does not catch my interest at all, one bit. But yeah, as long as you participate in the festivals when they do happen right here in this game, you can basically get some cool rewards dedicated to that theme, like basically decals based off that particular franchise, and also extra titles as well, maybe a few other things too. I'm not really too sure what else I can name right at the top of my head, but it's just the decals and the titles that I mainly do know about for what you can win in the festivals. But anyways, got another win right there in first place, and we get that win overall with a total of 60 points. Alright, so I have now beaten another rival, so I get myself another check mark right next to the one that I just beat. So, let's get ready for the award ceremony.
A foregone conclusion.
Alright, very nice win right there if I do say so myself. But for this kind of Grand Prix overall, I do say it's pretty good right here for how it does play out. Definitely for sure, Aqua Force is the best one out of those tracks that I really do like because of the awesome music. But I do say Dampa Factory and Eggman Expo are pretty good tracks to play through too in terms of their designs. But yeah, this kind of Grand Prix, I do say it's pretty good right here, like I said, for how it is. But yeah, anyways, that is going to do it for my gameplay on the A Grand Prix on Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, my next gameplay of this will be coming up next. It will basically be the last of the Grand Prix that we have yet to go through, at least for now. So make sure you all stay tuned for that. And I also do want to thank Video Game Fan 96 for joining me as a special guest as well in this one.
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely do agree it was. But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.